So let's pull the curtain even further, because everything that you just told me is perfect. And if I talk to the owner of a pharmacy, they're probably going to say the same thing. Hey, look, it's really positive. We try to engage everyone and we try to listen to everybody, and it all works. So when that owner leaves the room, and now it's the the technicians and the rubber meets the road, I guess. How do you see that you're kind of in that mix where, how do you see that team is able to stay positive and engage, and continue that culture outside of, the when the boss is watching, right? Like how do you get that authenticity within a team and
Struggle with that, let me tell you.
yeah, I mean, but how do you guys find that you help, coach yourselves, because that negative talk can be detrimental, and it's easy to see. I mean, we've all been places that we've seen it.
And I am the queen of being stuck in my head. I call it shower conversations.
Sure.
As you know, it's the worst times where you're like in the car, you're in the shower, and you're just constantly like replaying the conversation, or man, I'm going to go in and tell him this today. And
Yep.
no, I'm not. I'm going
Yeah.
to fester. I'm going to keep festering. And don't get me wrong, things are not perfect. But the fact that we know that, and we know that we're striving for our core values. They're on our website, our core values. The owners and the board of trustees here do not make any business decisions unless they align with our core values. Whether it can be the biggest moneymaker in the world, if it doesn't align with the core values, kaput. And I think knowing that gets us through those bad days, as that negative talk.
Yeah.
And you're always kind of in your own little world because we're such a big independent pharmacy. And some people are separated out from what day-to-day things are happening with their employees. You get in your own head like, well, that's not fair to me, or, well, why are they doing it that way? And when you circle back with the leadership training we had, especially, but even prior to that, you stop and think, number one, I tell a lot of people, compare it to the last job you had. We're at a career here and not just a job. They actually value us as people. And so to kind of regroup on those bad days and those negative thoughts makes you feel so much better. Like there's that text message group of, I can't believe this happened. And then there's
Yeah.
always somebody who's like,
Leave that group.
yeah,
You
I
know,
know.
you don't need it.
I already have it in my brain. And there's always somebody really cool, and it's always somebody different each time. And it's like, you know what, guys, it's not even that bad. And
Yeah.
then something really cool happens the next day and you're like, well, that was nothing. And I forget about it in a few weeks. So by no means is every day here, rainbows and unicorns, but it's, things happen everywhere. But we work, the cool part is we work together to fix it.
I love that, because that's really what it takes. I mean, the pharmacist, the owner, the board, they can have the best ideas, and having that unified team, that tapestry of those individuals, all aligned, is just so important. And so I'm always just amazed when I see pharmacies that have been able to put that together so well, and have that exciting culture.
There's always going to be a growing pain whenever any pharmacy brings on a new service or new people, or, growing pains aren't just for when we were, kids and teenagers. It happens everywhere. So just knowing it's probably temporary.
Yeah.
So that gets you through it. And again, my favorite is, my worst day here is still better than my best day somewhere else.
I love that.